Hey, thank you guys for tuning into another great episode of John Walker Presents. Today we're having another than LaShawn Ford, owner and operator of... Go ahead, tell them the name of your company, because I don't want to screw this up. I want everyone to know the correct way to pronounce your business.
WatkinS Learning Center.
Y'all got that? One more time for the folks. They need to hear it.
WatkinS Learning Center.
Okay, Miss LaShawn. How long you been in business for?
I've been in business here in this building for 2.5 years. I originally started at home, and I started that in 2002.
Okay. Is there a specific reason that made you decide, what started the transition?
Well, I had young children when I started, and was really tired of taking them to different daycare centers and home providers. And I was really passionate about children and the care for children, so I decided to stay at home and care for my children and other people's children as well.
Yo, we back with GBD in the building. John Walker Presents. So we better go in again. Why don't you tell these folks out here about your first time you was on the mic and how it felt to, when I say your first time on the mic, I'm talking about your first experience as a spoken word artist. When you had your paper in your hand and you went up there and you was, ugh.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was absolutely phenomenal.
Wow.
That work.
Mine wasn't like that. Well, go ahead.
It was absolutely phenomenal. I was at work. I worked at the Legacy.
Okay.
That was in Roseland at the time. And I worked. I was behind the bar doing my bartending thing. And people who knew me knew that I wrote. They was like, "Why don't you get some stuff on the mic?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." And somebody was up there. And matter of fact, it was Ty Stuckey.
Okay.
The grandfather, the grand poobah of spoken word.
Gotcha.
He was up there and he did some phenomenal poetry. And I said, that's it. I'm digging out the pen. I was writing right there, and I had that knack. I can write a piece in 15 minutes. So, had this piece that I wrote in about 15 minutes at the bar. And then I said, okay, put my name on the list. I'm good. So I did. And it was the biggest rush I've ever had in my life. Like that first time, that was it. I got bit, and that's where GBD began.
You're watching John WatkinS Presents.
Once again, this is Ms. Ford, owner-operator of
WatkinS Learning Center.
Y'all know what it is. This is John Walker, the John Walker Presents. I got a couple of more questions because I want everyone to know how much your service is needed in the community and where you actually located.
I am at 1527 Compton Road in Mount Healthy. It's off of Compton, runs off of Hamilton Avenue. So it's easy to access.
Is there any buses to get to the location, or how far is it from the bus stop?
There's actually a bus stop right outside the building, the 16, and also a couple blocks up on Hamilton Avenue. You can catch the 17 Mount Healthy, 7 Hills, or Northgate.
Okay. More people want to hear more of eroticism versus something that's maybe based upon historical fact or things that may reflect one's upbringing.
I think people want to hear something different, period. Because I know for me, I can be erotic. I've had fun to step away from who Maya is compared to who GBD is.
Okay.
And so...
You have your legal name? Okay.
I found a legal name. I am Maya from the Heights.
Okay. All right.
But for me, Maya writes, more, unity type pieces, more about, love and romance, and DVD should be a little rough. You know what I mean? But I think this is that to me.
Hence the pants story.
You're watching John WatkinS Presents.
Hey, welcome back to another great episode of John Walker Presents. Hey man, is there anybody out there that you would love to work with?
I would say Semena. She speaks in Jamie Bond. them two artists. That,
Okay, so Amanda, she's from
Cincinnati,
right,
Ohio.
and Jamie Bond is
from New Jersey, Brick City.
Okay, that's what's up.
And I would love to get with them two, well, on different occasions and do something. Samantha, she's a very up and becoming artist that has opened up for Erykah Badu and Marsha Ambrosia, just a few to speak of. And she wanted to
she's getting plugs on this show. That's what's up, Savannah. I'm gonna have to get her on this show, man.
Yeah,
real.
She actually asked me to feature a show for her, and the first time I ever featured, so you know it was like sirens going off when she did it, you know. So I had to go with it, you know.
And yo, we back with GBD, John Watkins Presents. We gonna wrap this up, and I got one last question to ask you. If I could sum up GBD, what would you want the world to know?
I sum up in one word.
Or a phrase.
Inspired people. That's it.
Yo, I think there's nothing else for me to say. Except for y'all, man. It's been a pleasure interviewing you, and I really appreciate the time that you took to get up here and, you know, meet me up here while you're doing your holiday shopping and things. So, this is John Watkins for John Watkins Presents, and we out.
Watching John WatkinS Presents.
Hello, I'm LaShawn Ford, the owner of WatkinS Patch Learning Center, where our motto here is, you plant the seed, we'll water it, and together we'll watch it grow.
You're watching John WatkinS Presents.
For great gift ideas, there's no other place to go but Gold Brick Company. You can shop with us on the web at www.goldbrickcompany.com. It's simple, it's easy, and hey, it's affordable. Gold Brick Company.
This particular piece that I'm working on right now is the most ambitious piece that I've been working on. It's called the Ancestry Project. It's a graphic novel that's actually representing the origins of superpower mutants or whatever throughout history, but I'm not doing it on a light-hearted version where it's people just punching each other in the face. This is an actual journey into somebody's life back in history. One of the first subject of this particular research is this man who was in the French army back in the 1800s during the Napoleonic Wars. He has the fortune or good fortune of being involved in lots of confrontations and always surviving them, even when his group at his battalion or whatever totally wiped out. And then I address the difficulties that leaves him with as he's explaining to people as to, you know, how did he survive versus his comrades in arms. And the trials and tribulations, also betrayal that he faces at the hands of one of his friends. And then the other side of this is it's called the Ancestry Project because there's a person in the future who's actually researching this information, looking back in time, trying to find out the origins of these humans having these superpowers. And that's another storyline that arches over this series. So this is the first book, focusing on this guy named Lazare in France.
Is this him right here, sitting down?
That's right.
Okay.
And the other story will be the one about taking place in America in the late 1800s. So they all just weave together in a fluid story, and that's my most ambitious project that I'm working on right now.
Hey, I'd like to thank you guys for watching John WatkinS Presents. We got to give a special shout out to our contributors of today's show, Cow Code Properties, and also Gold Brick Company. And you can find them on the web at www.goldbrickcompany.com. Also, shout out to Ike Don and Ike Don Television. Now, you can watch us on Channel 4 and Channel 24. To find out more information about that, like us on Facebook at cin.see media. Yo, we need your support.